Welcome everyone, this video shows you how to create an art movement timeline. First, let's create your own timeline book. There's two ways you can do it. First, with 2 sheets of A4 paper, fold both of them in half, so you have then 4 sections which you can tape together either with masking tape or any type of tape you've got in the house. Cut the masking tape edges off with a pair of scissors, and then you've got your timeline book. The second way to do it is take a long thin strip of paper and fold it in half once, then fold it in half again. So when you open it up, you'll have 4 sections. You're going to create a drawing in each one of those 4 sections. Art has changed a lot throughout history. Your booklet is going to show art from 4 different time periods. We've chosen 4 just for you. Create 1 page for the following art movements: Art Nouveau, Cubism, Surrealism and Modern Art. Let's look at some examples of how you might do this. We're going to start in 1890 with Art Nouveau. Art Nouveau was decorative and often inspired by natural forms such as the curves of plants and flowers. Research the art movement and then copy one of the pieces of work that you find. We're copying this poster by Alphonse Mucha. Your page must have a variety of tones and the date and title of the art movement. Next, we're focusing on Cubism in 1910. Choose a picture to copy and start to sketch out the picture and the title and the date of the art movement. Once you've sketched out the initial shapes, we've copied this piece by Picasso. You can decide whether you want to add tone with your pencil or tone with colouring pencils. If you don't have colouring pencils at home, don't worry. You can add tone using your pencil, showing the dark, mid and light tones of the picture. It sometimes helps if you change the picture you're copying into black and white. Then you can see the difference in the tones more clearly. Now you have 2 pages of your art movement timeline complete. For the next 2 pages of your art movement timeline, you're going to choose an object and change it into the style of that time period. So here we've chosen a simple mug and a spoon, and we're going to change it into the style of the Surrealism art movement. Surrealism works show a different side of reality. Often they show very real looking objects, but something quite different about them, almost like a fantasy or a dream. In this piece we've added tones to the cup and the spoon to make it look realistic. But we've made the spoon look as if it's melting over the side of the cup to show the characteristics of surrealism. How could you show surrealism in your work? Next, we're looking at modern art from the 1960s onwards. Again, we want you to choose an object to change into this style. We've gone for an apple today. We start as always by sketching in the title of the art movement. Then we draw the shape of the apple. To make sure we're getting the right proportions, we keep looking at our object all the time. To show the style of modern art on this apple, we're looking at the work of Yayoi Kusama, a Japanese artist who focused on pattern and texture and colour in her work. Don't worry if you don't have colour pencils. You can still show the dark, mid and light tones. And that's your last 2 pages of your art movement timeline complete. Your first 2 pages should show copies of artwork from Art Nouveau and Cubism, and your last 2 pages should show real objects in the style of Surrealism and Modern Art. We can't wait to see what your art booklets look like when they're complete.